Hi guys, welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel, The Equity Trader. Today is 10th of Feb. I did not take up any trade today. I'm just quickly going to refresh this page. So yeah, as you can see, there are no positions here. So now, just to summarize the day, Nifty started gap up, covered up the gap, and then went on and then formed another tight range. Was mostly trading in a range, like, because it was Thursday expiry, so Nifty was trading in a tight range. I deployed a short strangle on Nifty, which that was on my demo account on Opstra, so that performed pretty well. But again, I couldn't deploy it in the real account because of the capital. One lot requires over, I think, about 1,15,000 rupees. So once I have that kind of a capital, I'll deploy, because it's a very safe trade, 90% probability of winning if you can analyze the market correctly. So I'm probably going to take that up later at some point when I have that kind of capital. Right now, moving on to the next one, on the trades that I suggested yesterday. So I'll begin with State Bank of India. State Bank of India actually gave a nice clean breakout in the morning itself. However, I checked here on 15-minute time frame. There was a If you see, there was a resistance from this particular zone. So uh, personally, I wouldn't have taken up a trade here because of that particular resistance. Even if the market was pretty strong, it went back down, did not breach the day's low, and then gave a strong bullish candle. So this would have been an ideal entry opportunity, because this is a retest and a bullish candle. So easily gave 1:1, and in fact, if you would have wanted to capture the whole momentum, you could have even gotten close to like 1:2, 1:2. Again, it's practically impossible to capture the whole momentum, but you could have easily gotten 1:1, 1:1.5, even on fixed targets. Talking about MFSL, MFSL also gave a breakdown in the morning itself. The first candle, it made a bearish candle. The second one gave a breakdown of this particular trend line. As soon as this trend line was broken, you could have initiated an entry here. This entry could have using this entry, you could have captured easily 1:1. In fact, for people who love trailing their stop losses, they could have even gone and achieved like 1:3, 1:3.5. But yeah, 1:1 was very easy. That is the target that I'm aiming these days. So I'm only going to stick to 1:1 for some time before I have more capital. Then I can book part profits and trail rest of my capital. Now, the third stock that I suggested was Aisha Motors. Aisha Motors also did pretty well actually. So Aisha Motors in the morning, let me see, this was the first candle. So it was trading in a tight range. It tried giving a breakout, but it faced a rejection here, massive rejection. But then finally it took support from this area again. However, the only time you could have gone long was this, because it gave a close above this particular resistance region along with solid volumes. Sorry, this is the spike in volume. So this would have been an ideal entry. And in the morning, this is for people who love holding their stocks throughout the day. This was your first entry. As you can see, it hit the target at about 12:51. People who are more aggressive with their day trading style, love scalping, and want to trade, want easy in an easy out trade, for them this would have been an ideal entry. After it gave a breakout, it consolidated for quite some time, and then broke this particular trend line, from which it faced rejection 1, 2, 3 times. And this is where you could have initiated your entry with your stop loss right below this particular support. So as you can see, within 6 minutes you would have achieved your target. Again, difficult to capture, I know, but again, people who have experience, and it's a very good entry for them. Now TCS was formed worst of the lot. As you can see, TCS gave a gap up. Like I mentioned yesterday, if it opens gap up, avoid trading it. However, even if you would have wanted to enter this particular trade, you could have entered late in the day around 1:30. This formed a nice, beautiful contraction pattern, beautiful triangle, and then finally gave a breakout at 1:30. This is what you could have traded, easy 1:1 trade. But this is your target, with this particular high as your target, somewhere around this. So these are the trades that were suggested yesterday. As you can see, most of them did reasonably well. Now coming to tomorrow, TVS Motors is looking pretty good. TVS Motors is looking good specifically for the long side. So as you can see, it has faced rejection 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So after it breaks out, there's a high chance it may retest this particular level and then shoot higher up from here. Auto sector looks bullish overall, so I'll be looking on for long opportunities. However, if it does give a breakdown, you should definitely wait for a retest before taking up a trade, and I think this could be your target level if you want to take this trade up. Now Biocon, as you can see, Biocon may not give you an entry tomorrow, but since the stock is looking good, I thought I would share it in the video today itself. So Biocon is overall in a bullish trend. As you can see, higher highs and higher lows. Finally, it has contracted for some time. If it does give a nice close above this particular region and then retest, and then it can continue upwards, but then again only take an entry once you're positive. So it may not give an entry tomorrow, guys, so just be careful, don't just go long blindly. And then SBI Cards is actually a shorting candidate for me. But again, keep your mind open. If you have to trade on a higher side, make sure you check for the retest. So from what I can see here, last time it faced some rejection from this particular level. So if it does form a kind of a double top pattern, it will be a good shorting opportunity. So you can enter if it gives a close below, and then your target one could be somewhere around this particular region. And for people who want to go aggressive, can even target this particular level, but this is a safe target as per me. So you can keep it in this particular range based on your risk reward ratio. So the next is Ind Hotel. Ind Hotel has given a good clean breakout. As you can see, from this is a trend line forming over quite some days. The breakout is good with volumes, so you can definitely wait tomorrow for a retest and then enter once it gives a close above this particular level. I think it can give you a good entry. Then the next stock recommendation is Navin Fluorine is again, it could break on either side, so keep your minds open to this. If again retest, breakout, retest, wait for this level to break. This is a major resistance support, but this is also a point which has given a resistance, so wait for a breakout support and then you can easily target these particular levels. Or if it does give you a breakdown, then you can take an entry and you can target, again depending on the risk reward ratio, you can target this as your level 1, this as your level 2. Again, see, on a smaller time frame things may look slightly different, so trade accordingly. And the last stock for the day is going to be Metropolis. As you can see on 15-minute time frame, it has taken support from here once, twice, thrice, and now again testing it again and again. So this could be an important region. And so again, this is a symmetrical triangle pattern, so watch out for a breakout on either side. For shorting, do not short it here unless you get a proper candle here, and then probably wait for a retest, because as you can see there is a huge wick, so this could be your target level. Only take the trade if it is as per, if you get a good entry and you can get a good risk reward ratio on the trade. Otherwise, avoid this particular trade on the short side. If it does give you an entry on the long side, I think your targets are wider, so if you want to go a little conservative, you can place your target here. Or if you want to have a wider target, you can possibly wait for the upper side as well. But be careful, because again, at the end of the day, it will depend on your risk reward ratio. It's 3%, that's a lot of ground to cover, so you can trade as per your risk management rules. So that's it for today, guys. Hopefully this video will be useful for you. Do hit the like button, and if you have any feedback for me, do comment on the comment section below. And do subscribe to my channel, and I would really like it to grow with more community members talking and sharing their thoughts, and probably even giving stock suggestions to each other. So that's the whole point. And yeah, do hit the bell icon for notifications. I'll see you tomorrow.